Ladies and gentlemen, what is up? How are you guys doing? I was in the process of working on a new clip, but it does not look like it is going to be finished in time for me to do it with the stream. But in case you guys were ever curious how this works, ladies and gentlemen, oh god, how are you guys doing? Why do I hear myself? I was in the there we go. Yeah. So anyway, this is what we're going to be doing in a second, but what I wanted to show you is when actually, you know what? Just 'cause I don't know what's necessarily in the Premiere Rush folder, I won't pull it up. But if you want to see what we're working on here, I have a few of these.
Very good.
Bro, can you guys wait like
I think
a
you
minute? I'm in like one of the best Dom games of my life.
Oh my god.
You're getting dommed?
Yeah, I can't.
Like
help.
this?
I joined halfway through when we were
Very good.
Bro, can you guys wait like
I think
a
you bud.
minute? I'm in like one of the best Dom games of my life.
Oh my god.
You're getting dommed?
Yeah, I can't.
Like
help.
this?
I joined halfway through when we were
So yeah, that's what I've been working on, trying to get the gaming side of the streams to take off so that I can do both things and not worry about losing money. But yeah, so I'm excited. I have been not well this week, to be perfectly honest with you guys, and our video that's coming up is going to be on Friday the 13th, both the lore of why Friday the 13th is considered a big deal, and then also the Friday the 13th movies. I'm not really sure how we're going to get that across in the title and thumbnail, but we will. I think I might just like make it about Jason Voorhees and then start it off with the lore about Friday the 13th as I don't want to call it a holiday, but like a recognized day when you're not supposed to do things. I think the fact that there is a Friday the 13th in October this year is beautiful though. So yeah, we're going to be doing an episode on that. We've got an episode on the Blair Witch coming up. This week's episode, the one's coming out tomorrow, is on the Bell Witch. So I'm pretty psyched. This is going to be a fun few weeks. We decided that October should be a month where we talk about more than just folklore and all that. We were going to dive headlong into the spooky, and then of course the very last thing this month is going to be that Harry Potter video, which I'm excited about because my girlfriend is helping me because I know nothing about Harry Potter. So I'm excited to see what she comes up with. But with all of that of course said, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the stream to begin. Also, this is going to be the schedule from now on. I'm going to make a full announcement about it next week on YouTube, but the streaming schedule is going to be Tuesday, Thursday, Friday now instead of Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, just because that's what makes the most sense for my life at the moment. And then, yeah, that is really it. Into the spooky verse we go. Let me know if you need any audio adjustments or anything like that. It should be fine, though.
Top 5 ghosts caught on tape. Note, the stories in this list are relayed just
Also, remember, guys, when you clip stuff, it helps the channel grow. Just a quick reminder on that, because I do rely on you guys to help me with that.
as they were reported by the witnesses. Of course, it's up to you to decide what you believe. Prison ghost. The Campo Grande prison in Brazil has been the site of many prisoner deaths, murders, and executions. One night while the guards were on prison watch duty, they saw something moving around the prison wall. At first they thought it must be a prisoner trying to make an escape, but on closer
Funny thing. You've missed basically nothing, Alex.
look,
We just started. I basically said, what we're going to be doing the next few weeks, what the new stream schedule is, and the only change to the stream schedule is that it's now on Friday, or on Thursday instead of Wednesday. That's really it. So.
something much stranger.
Oh my god.
The guards caught the frightening incident on video.
Why is it that, like that looks like what you'd expect a Brazilian prison to stereotypically look like? That certainly does appear to be something.
There appears to be a strange black shape climbing the prison wall and even passing back and forth through the concrete surface. Some of the prison staff and
it almost looks like a bear.
Inmates believe the dark figure to be the soul of a murdered inmate. However, the penitentiary's official statement is that the shape is just the shadow of someone moving around inside the prison.
Okay, well, it's definitely not the shadow of somebody moving around inside the prison because it was on the outside wall of the prison. What it does look like to me, if you watch this video, look, he climbs up like what looks to be out of the ground. It looks like he climbs up out of the ground and then tries to scale this wall. So my question would more be, is this somebody sneaking into the prison through the storm drains? If so, why? But that does not appear to me to be a ghost. That seems to me like somebody climbed up out of a sewer grate and tried to scale the wall, failed, and got back down. Like,
there appears to be a strange black shape climbing the prison wall and even passing back
you can
and
even,
forth.
yeah, once you look a little bit more closely, you can even see the legs.
Or through the concrete surface. Some of the prison staff and inmates believe the dark figure to be the soul of a murdered inmate. However, the penitentiary's official statement is that the shape is just the shadow of someone moving around inside the prison.
Yeah, it looks like either a person trying to climb around on there or an animal. It's also a little too perfectly black in my opinion. So I would wonder if that was a person and they masked it out to be, you know, spooky. Is there a way that I can, I can't, I know there's a way to, like, reverse image search. I'd be curious to see the original video. It could be another video we've already watched. If it is,
So, does this look like a shadow?
I'll probably
to you?
recognize it with the
Let
second
me know
one.
what you think. Down
And
in the
I queued up
comments.
a bunch to try and avoid that problem. So,
The Pantry Ghost. This next ghost clip has been
yeah,
circulating on the internet for a long time.
We have seen this one. All right, I'm gonna put it to the end to mark it as played. So here's a second one that I got queued up.
Top 5 unsolved mysteries. Mysterious visitor. Before we get to all the murder and mayhem in this list,
There may be a short period here when I get the story, the channel started, where we're like struggling a little bit to find new videos, but hopefully we'll get through it pretty quick.
here's an unsolved mystery that
Plus, I mean, there are a lot of people that are watching on YouTube for the first time who didn't watch on Twitch, so it's not a huge deal.
simply fits into the extremely creepy category. So for several nights in a row, a Reddit user gets repeated alerts from his door motion sensor that movement has been detected. However, every time he checks the notification images, there's nothing there. So he just assumes it's a neighborhood pet setting off the detector, or perhaps a malfunction.
I do want to point out, those cameras are extraordinarily hypersensitive. I had one, I've only had one apartment with a door that opened directly into the parking lot. But when I had that apartment, I had a Ring doorbell camera, or I had the Google, I think whatever Google's is, Nest, I guess. I had one of those. I still have it. It's just my apartment building now is, you know, I have a peephole and a singular door to get in. There's no real point in having it. But also it would be ridiculous to have it because I would get notifications constantly that there was somebody at the door, even if they were like 30 yards away in the parking lot. They're extremely oversensitive and they do not learn.
Finally, after the third night, the man checks his alert and
I did remember to say something on Discord, yeah.
finds this disturbing picture from his front door. A strange late night visitor who appears to be wearing an odd mask.
Yeah, it's somebody playing a prank.
Even creepier, notice the times on the alerts. They occur around midnight, then again a full 4 to 5 hours later, around 4 a.m. So, who was this person, and why was he hanging around outside the man's home all night long, seemingly in a mask?
Alright, so... But which ones are these? All the doorbell detecting a visitor? I would also be willing to bet you that the reason that there's one at 12:30 and the reason there's one around 4:30 is that there is probably somebody or a couple of people that walk by the house that night. Or walk by the house every night at those times.
The Reddit user reports that after this picture, the mysterious visitor never returned again.
Alright, then more obvious, it was somebody on Reddit looking for clout.
The head in the woods.
I am often more willing to believe what people post on 4chan than on Reddit, which might be ridiculous, but the thing is, 4chan doesn't reward you for lying to people, whereas Reddit does, so.
In Economy, Pennsylvania, a teenager is strolling through the woods when he makes a grisly discovery.
Did they say
The
Economy,
dismembered head
Pennsylvania?
of an old woman. But that's not where the
Economy, Pennsylvania. No, not parking. Economy, PA. It's in Beaver County. Okay, so that's way west. Because I'm over yonder. So.
The weirdness stops, because when police investigate, they find that the head has been fully embalmed by someone. Not
Creepy.
only that, but the eyes have been removed and replaced by rubber balls. Police artists compose sketches and even circulate pictures of a 3D sculpture
I think we may have heard about this case on Lazy Masquerade's channel at one point.
of the woman's head, but no leads are ever found to the woman's identity or where the head came from. 1 year later, the investigation is stopped due to lack of evidence. Pennsylvania authorities buried the head in an unmarked grave in the local cemetery. To this day, no one knows who the woman is or what happened to her body. BC Beach Feed. On February 9th, 2016, a family was walking along Botanic.
I'm curious about that one. It seems like it's a simple cut and dry murder case. I just wonder why they weren't able to solve it, because there's got to be a very limited number of people, even in the entirety of Beaver County, who have the skills to embalm something. You know?
Botanical Beach in British Columbia, Canada. They find a
It basically drops it down to taxidermists, veterinarians, and morgue workers. There's not a ton of other people who just casually have the skills to embalm something.
shoe washed up on the shore. Nothing strange about that, except that the shoe still has a severed human foot inside. But
Very
it gets
creepy.
even stranger than that, because this is the 13th human foot to wash up on the beach of British Columbia in the past 10 years. Theories about the origin of
What?
British Columbia in the past 13th human foot to wash up on the beach of British Columbia in the
I feel like more than one human foot washing up on the beach per year is definitely something that you should be paying attention to. My first thought would be gang activity. Pirates, maybe? I mean, that sounds like the kind of thing that you would do to send a message. Maybe?
past
Somebody trying to escape custody and they have their foot cut off. There's any number of things it could be.
10 years. Theories about the
Okay, wait, are they all in the
beach
same
of British
place?
Columbia in the past 10 years.
Where is this? Where is this?
February 9th, 2016, a family was walking along Botanical Beach in British Columbia, Canada.
Botanical Beach, British Columbia, Canada. Okay. So here's Botanical Beach. Gonna be honest, that doesn't look like the beach they were showing in the video.
Canada. They find a shoe washed up on the shore. Nothing strange about that, except that the shoe still has a severed human foot inside. But it gets even stranger than that, because this is the 13th.
At first I heard Columbia, not British Columbia. So I was like, maybe gang activity. I was thinking like cartels, but Canada, that's weirder.
Human foot to wash up on the beach of British Columbia in the past 10 years.
Canada, I'm thinking serial killer.
Theories about the origin of the feat run from
Not that there's not gang violence in Canada, but just it's not like the first thing that comes to mind. Whereas Colombia, I'm like, yeah, probably gang activity or cartels.
murdered bodies dumped into the ocean to suicides and deaths at sea. But no one is quite sure on the exact explanation or why the British Columbia beach in particular seems to attract these grisly discoveries. In the past 10 years.
Okay, that looks like it's a lot more than Botanical Beach. There's some kind of bay there. There's a bunch of islands. It's not up there. Yeah, what? Was he given the wrong location? Because that looks like a bay of some sort. Like, what? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where the hell this is. Like, I wanted to see where those shoes were that they were talking about. Because it seems like it's not... The map that was up there must have been a very, very zoomed in map. Because, I mean, maybe it's here, but I don't see any islands or a creek. That's why I'm confused, but...
Theories about the origin of the feat run from murdered bodies dumped into the ocean to suicides and deaths at sea. But no one is quite sure on the exact explanation or why the British Columbia beach in particular seems to attract these grisly discoveries. Morgellons disease. Morgellons disease is a very rare and controversial illness. Sufferers report the strange sensation of what feels like bugs crawling under their skin. Other symptoms include chronic fatigue, skin sores, and oddest of all, threads or fibers that actually appear underneath the skin. In 2012, the U.S. Center for Disease Control said that they believed that Morgellons wasn't an actual physical disease at all, but was simply a mental illness. They suggested that the fibers were likely lint that had gotten into exposed wounds. However, tens of thousands of Morgellons disease sufferers, including singer Joni Mitchell, insist that the disease is very real. On websites and help forums, sufferers post very compelling photos of the strange fibers that they say appear under their skin.
Are the fibers hair?
Lab analysis of some of the...
Because if the fibers are hair, it could be a congenital condition that causes your hair to grow under your skin and not form ingrown hairs.
Morgellon fibers defy all description.
Whatever the cause, there is something strange about the fibers. Forensic scientist Ron Pogue at the Tulsa Police Crime Lab checked a Morgellons sample against the 100,000 known fibers in the FBI's national database.
No match at all. So this is some strange stuff.
Not cotton, not linen, not any known natural or synthetic fiber.
But despite reported cases of the illness dating back at least 16 years, Morgellons disease has never been officially recognized or classified as either a physical or mental illness.
Who was it that said it wasn't a disease?
Analysis of strange. On websites and help forums, sufferers post very diseases Morgellons lint that but was simply that they believed that Morgellons. In 2012, the U.S. Center for Disease Control said that they
yeah, the CDC said it's not a disease. That means it isn't. That means it's a bioweapon, kids, and it got loose. Like, around 16 years, this was what, 6 years ago? He said it was 2016. So around the year 2000, people began to report that they were suffering from a strange disease that made it feel like there were bugs crawling around under their skin, and they started to develop fibers that simply sprouted from nowhere and do not match a single thing in the government's database. How clear does the cover-up need to be? I mean, listen, I know it's going way conspiratorially minded, but based on the information presented in this video, it seems very obvious that whatever it is, the CDC does not want you to look into it. Because, I mean, if there's documented cases of human beings having random fibers that do not match any organic or non-organic fiber known to man sprouting from their skin, somebody's lying. Somebody somewhere is lying.
They believe that Morgellons wasn't an actual physical disease at all.
It sounds like they're fibers, not, Yeah, let me see. I'm trying to read what's on this Wikipedia page. There were no disease organisms present in people with Morgellons. Fibers consisted mainly of cellulose, which the CDC was suggested were likely cotton, and concluded that in these respects the condition was similar to more commonly recognized conditions like delusional infestation. Okay, so wait, were the fibers found to be consisting mainly of cellulose? Or were the fibers found to be made of something that was not at all real? Like what? Because that was a doctor saying it's not real. So what's the deal here? Morgellons disease. Okay. So it's on the Mayo Clinic website. All right, let's see what the Mayo Clinic says and not Wikipedia. Skin rashes or sores, crawling sensations on and under the skin, a belief that fibers, threads, or black stringy material is in or on the skin, difficulty concentrating, and a depressed mood. Research has yielded conflicting results. One of the largest studies done by the CDC in 2012 found the condition isn't caused by any infection or parasites. It was a sample of 115 people, so the fact that the CDC would, the fact that the CDC would say, yeah, that's something we could consider to be definitive is totally unsurprising because they're pieces of shit over there. Let's see. The study showed that most of the fibers in the skin sores could be explained by repeated itching and contamination by fabric fibers rather than fibers emerging from the skin. CDC noted the condition is most often seen in middle-aged white women, and its symptoms are very similar to those of a mental illness involving false beliefs about infestation of parasites. Small research studies have tried to determine the cause and effective treatment for Morgellons, but there is still no proven guidance on diagnosis and treatment. Further study is needed. Okay, so what about the other studies? What did those say? Okay. Not implanted textile fibers, but are composed of the cellular proteins keratin and collagen and result from overproduction of these filaments in response to spirochetal infection. Okay, so what is this from? This looks like not the CDC. So not the CDC came to the conclusion that, so the CDC said they were fibers, but they were mainly fabric fibers. The National Library of Medicine, on the other hand, has a document that says that they were mainly keratin and collagen. WebMD says that it is... Some medical experts say it's a physical illness. Some say it's psychosis. Okay, but what are the thread-like fibers? What are the thread-like fibers in Morgellons disease? Okay, so here's Medical News Today, which has a more recent study. 2012, the CDC says it's entirely psychological. Scientists also reported that 43% of the participants had fibrous material, so 4 in 10, in at least one skin lesion. Most fiber samples contained cotton. However, they identified bacteria or fungi in 19 people. All right. So the CDC said what? That it was fiber and cotton? All right. Similarly, in a 2017 study, documented the experience of a 30-year-old woman who claimed she had Morgellons. According to the authors, the woman reported having skin lesions on her arms, hands, and chin, which lasted for 2 months. She also had a fibrous-like projection under her skin. Okay, I don't know what that infection would have to do it. The bacteria responsible for Lyme disease. Okay. 24 out of the 25 participants with Morgellons disease had the Lyme disease bacteria. Okay. They also examined skin samples, many of which contained fiber-like materials. Why is it that some people say cotton and others are saying fiber-like? Following further analysis, the researchers concluded that the fibers contained human skin cells. They found the fibers originated from hair follicles, not fabric. Okay, so did the CDC not actually test the fibers? Did the 2017 one not test the fibers and only the 2015 study did? Because that one says that it was organic. The CDC says it's non-organic. In a more recent 2018 study, again, National Institute of Health, involving 1,000 people with Lyme disease, 6% of those individuals had Morgellons and tested positive. Of those with Morgellons, at least 77% had one additional infection. Finally, as this article mentions earlier, another 2018 review found the fibers came from human cells. It is suggested the condition had links with Lyme disease. Okay, so I love that basically every bit of new research is, hey, it's organic, and it seems to be that whatever these fibers are, they are produced by human skin cells. And there may be a connection to Lyme disease. It may be that Lyme disease, for whatever reason, causes your skin cells to produce abnormal hair or something like that. It could be that simple, and the CDC couldn't fucking be bothered. The CDC had to be like, no, it's nothing. It's not real. Bullshit. God, just every government agency is filled with the worst people in the world.
They'd got sufferers on websites and help forums. Sufferers,
Whatever the cause, the 1,000 any
cases of the illness.
Strange stuff.
national database.
No match at all.
So why did this guy say that there's no match at all is the other question.
So this is some strange stuff.
You don't have to email me anything when it comes to clips. I can see them right on my dashboard.
Cotton, not linen,
If you clip something, I see it in YouTube Studio.
not any known natural or synthetic fiber.
But despite reported cases of the illness dating back at least 16 years, Morgellons disease has never been officially recognized or classified as either a physical or mental illness.
Abnormal hair growth and lesions caused by the Lyme disease bacterium would be completely reasonable.
4,000-mile death punch. On July 5th, 1996, in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada, a 31-year-old man named Blair Adams suddenly leaves his job, removes all of his cash from his bank accounts, and begins one of the strangest...
It's a lot more convenient than the Twitch clips. The thing is, Twitch has a system to allow you to edit your clips into YouTube, or not into YouTube, into TikTok, Instagram Reel, YouTube Short format. YouTube does not have that natively, so I have to use Streamladder, which costs me $15 a month. So, it's a little more frustrating than Twitch in that respect, but the discoverability is a lot better. The thing is, if I were to just use the Twitch clip maker, by uploading the streams to Twitch or multi-streaming and giving up my affiliate and all that, the thing for editing, I would still have to go and paste a YouTube logo over it. Overlay it every single time, so a little frustrating. Yes, present company is excluded. Don't worry, K-Dog.
Escape attempts of all time. I say escape attempt because Blair Adams had repeatedly claimed to friends that someone was trying to kill him and that he had to get out of town immediately.
Believable.
First, Blair Adams tries to cross the border into the US, but he's turned away by suspicious border guards. Next, he buys a one-way ticket to Frankfurt, Germany, leaving the next day. But apparently Adams is too afraid to wait for his flight to Germany. So instead he once again tries to cross.
Oh my god. Protesters rammed their car into the back of a campaign vehicle of Republican presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy. Wow. Wow. That's wild. Well, this is going to be fun.
The U.S. border.
It's going to be a fun few years.
He succeeds. Adams then
Everybody, buy dried meat and beans and rice.
drives nearly 500 miles to Seattle, where he purchases another plane ticket and flies across the U.S. to Washington, D.C.
Okay.
From Washington, he then once again, apparently Adams buys a one-way to the U.S., but he's turned away by suspicious border guards. Next, he buys a one-way ticket to Frankfurt, Germany, leaving the next day. But apparently Adams is too afraid to wait for his flight to Germany, so instead he once again tries to cross the U.S. border. This time, he succeeds. Adams then drives nearly 500 miles to Seattle, where he purchases another plane ticket and flies across the U.S. to Washington, D.C. From Washington, he then drives another 500 miles to Knoxville, Tennessee.
Why?
In total, Blair Adams has now traveled nearly 4,000 miles from his home in Canada. In Knoxville, Adams checks into a hotel room. Now, so far, this just sounds like the crazed trip of a delusional man. But this is where things get really strange. At 7:37 p.m., Adams leaves his hotel room. The next day, Blair Adams is found dead in a parking lot a half a mile from his hotel room. He has been violently stripped from the waist down. Oddly, the thousands of dollars in cash that he was carrying is not missing, but instead is scattered all around his dead body. Weirdest of all, Blair Adams' cause of death is determined to be one single massive blow to the stomach. Pathologists say he received a single punch, kick, or unknown impact to his midsection that was so powerful that it actually ruptured his stomach. The strange case of Blair Adams is still unsolved.
Okay, that's gotta go on the list. Because, I mean, that means either a hitman tracked him 4,000 miles, or he pissed off a very well-connected gang. Also, I wonder what the hell that could have been, that it was a punch or kick and they determined it wasn't a weapon. Like, how hard do you have to punch somebody? Let's see, how hard do you have to hit someone to rupture their stomach? Is it possible? Okay. He was also he was not a small man. Okay. All right, so I don't know how much. I mean, if it's possible to kill somebody, I would assume that a normal person could do that. Just why? Like, what could you possibly have done to piss someone off that bad? And why wouldn't they use a gun? I mean, maybe ironically he just ended up in the wrong place at the wrong time. It's a possibility. That would probably have left a wider mark. Yeah, that's Houdini did die after similar circumstances. That's true.
The top 5 scariest things caught on baby
Thing is, he was right. It sounds like he was right that somebody was trying to kill him. So the question is less, why did somebody kill him by punching him, and more, why was somebody trying to kill him?
monitors. Baby's ghostly visitors. Concerned mother Jade Yates posted a video to Facebook showing an odd recording from her baby monitor. She wrote, "Who believes in ghosts? I didn't until about 5 minutes ago." The video seems to show strange ghostly shapes hovering over her baby's crib.
I mean, that looks like it's either her mobile or it's dust. But the way it's moving makes me think that it's just light reflecting off of the mobile at the moment. Yeah, I'm thinking light reflecting off of the baby's mobile.
In the comments, many people questioned if the video could simply be caused by light reflections on the camera. Jade Yates replied that there are no baby mobiles or anything else.
All right. Okay, so Jade Yates clearly is a very imaginative person. What I see is a baby older than Ruby, and as it's able to stand up, sit up, and an adult attending to this baby, I can see some angles, an eyes, ear, and arm, but the whole time, baby's shape and both their head and shapes, Ruby was not unsettled at all, but she does wake every hour, so at nights, maybe this is why someone wanting to play, LOL. I really wish people would learn how to use punctuation. Good lord. There's no hanging things, and the window runs along the side on the cot. You see blackout blinds. Door was shut. Okay, well, air can still get in under a door, ma'am.
In the room that could reflect light. Furthermore, the only window in the room is covered by what could be caused that block out all outside light. Jade has no idea what could be causing the strange apparitions that appear on the baby monitor. What could be causing the strange apparitions that appear on the baby monitor?
Yeah, I absolutely am not seeing a baby slightly older than hers. That is definitely just her seeing things. I'm sorry, no.
Only window in the gate has that was to check on a couple baby cam burglar. A camera in Queens, New York that was set up to check on a couple's 3 children caught something horrifying on video. As the couple and their children sleep, a man can be seen crawling along the floor of the bedroom with a knife clenched in his teeth. The man steals a Samsung S6 cell phone from the dresser. The children's mother said that at first she thought one of her kids had woken up and was crawling along the floor. When the man rose to his knees, she was terrified upon seeing that it was actually a dangerous intruder. The man fled the home, and luckily, no one was hurt.
That is scary.
Unexplained lullaby.
Not paranormal, but definitely
YouTube
scary.
user Mr. Barippi posted a video of a strange melody that he
I do
says can
remember that. It was
often
quite
be heard
funny.
over his baby's monitor.
See, that's creepy to me because it sounds like it's out of tune, not out of key. That's why that's creepy to me. Like, it sounds like it's out of tune, but in key. I don't know, if anybody in there has perfect pitch and can actually tell, but based on just my ear, that sounds like, for the most part, if not entirely, those incorrect notes are all in key with one another, in the sense that, like, on that piano, they were hitting the keys in the right places, but the piano was out of tune, is what I'm hearing. That's weird to me. So what was the situation here again?
Heard over user Unexplained Lullaby. YouTube user Mr. Barippi posted a video of a strange melody that he says can often be heard over his baby's monitor.
The buzzing definitely sounds like they just have it too close to another monitor, but I mean, baby monitors are intentionally very, very sensitive, so it's pretty easy to fake, yeah. It is weird that the camera is so wonky. I'm sorry, wait, is the kid in the bed?
He says he's tried changing frequencies on the monitor and has even removed the batteries from any toy in the child's room that makes sound. But the music continues. Strangest of all.
I mean, if that was the baby in the room when that was happening, I have a really hard time believing this is real, simply because if you were hearing that coming from your child's room, you'd go running, not film it. So if the baby was in the room...
He says that every time he hears the unexplained tune on the baby's monitor, his child seems to wake up immediately after the creepy song stops. Playroom explosion.
I'm sorry. So, yeah, no, I don't believe that. I do not believe for a second that he was simply sitting there allowing... You know what? Actually, there are bad parents out there, so it's possible, but who knows?
A woman in Washington was watching her baby monitor from work when she happened to see a terrifying explosion right in her children's playroom.
That is an explosion.
The home's water boiler had exploded, sending metallic and wooden shrapnel flying in every direction.
Jeez, that would have killed
Luckily,
somebody.
neither of the children were in the playroom when the explosion occurred. By mere chance, her husband had decided to take their son to work with him that day, and their daughter was in her crib upstairs. However, the daughter's room was just above the explosion and quickly filled with dangerous dust and debris. Their nanny heroically rushed into the room and carried the small girl to safety.
The entire house went whoop, whoop, up and down on its foundation. She ran straight back in here, not knowing what was in here, and grabbed Lily and went outside.
Eerily enough, the couple's son had been playing in that room just a little earlier. Nanny cam...
I mean, that's not exactly eerie. It'd be eerie if he, like, turned around, looked straight at something, and then walked out of the room hurriedly, and then it exploded. That would be weird. But also, you know, my girlfriend is, was a nanny, and a lot of those nannies are 18 to 25-year-old women. Like, it's not the, most nannies that I know are not 53-year-old women like you see in a lot of movies. It's a lot of young women. So, I can imagine that was frightening.
Creeper. A Houston, Texas nanny was changing the diaper of the baby girl in her care when she suddenly heard something that chilled her to the bone. A strange male voice coming from the baby monitor.
Yeah, that nanny deserves so much praise for that.
It said, "Oh, that's a really cute baby." The nanny was shocked as the voice continued, saying, "Oh, that's a really poopy diaper." It was then that she realized that the stranger was actually watching her on the baby monitor's camera.
Yeah, somebody hacked it.
They kept asking me, like, or telling me, "Oh, that's a really cute baby you got there, and wow, that's a really poopy diaper." And I was like, oh my goodness, like, are they watching me, like, right now?
Turns out, someone had hacked into the camera and was controlling it remotely, watching and commenting on the nanny's every move. Scariest of all, it was later found that the man had gained access to the baby monitor by hacking into the house's Wi-Fi. This meant that in order to be close enough to access the Wi-Fi signal,
that makes it
Creepy Watcher
creepy.
had to be somewhere very close to the home.
Obviously, your child is, the number one thing you want to protect.
You would catch me walking outside firing a shotgun in the air at the slightest disturbance.
And just the thought that somebody...
All right, next one. And then after this, we've got a Lazy Masquerade video. And actually, you know what? I'll switch to the Lazy Masquerade. We'll move this one to after it. Because I want to see what this one is. I feel this so hard. I like making these types of video, but the topic has been covered so much that everyone just reuses the same photos. I'm getting to that point where I'm like, man, everything I want to cover, Isaiah or Roanoke or just somebody has already done it.
You'd be forgiven for thinking this photo was nothing.
You know, and I only want to do a video if I can add something or if I feel like somebody else didn't do a very good job. So I won't do it unless... I'm not going to put the effort into it if everybody's going to look at it and go, oh, I already know all of that.
More than an example of bad driving. Just a picture of a car reversed into a boarded up old house.
Yes, don't forget to hit like. Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
There's nothing overt.
I'm hoping that this channel will grow and that someday we'll be seeing the same number of viewers in here that we see over on Lore Lodge for live streams. That would be so much fun. It would be awesome. It would allow me actually to probably back off a little bit of how much content we're making for Lore Lodge. So.
Really creepy about it. When you hear the backstory to this
You can fire it into the ground.
image, however, I think you'll change your mind. In 2004, Brianna Maitland...
You gotta... Because the thing is, if you say you shot at somebody, then there's the... Well, can you prove somebody was actually there? So it's better to just fire it into the ground if you have to.
17-year-old from Montgomery, Vermont, went missing.
Bro, a tactical nuke just went off? What?
She hasn't been seen or heard from since. This was her car, a pale green, 4-door 1985 Oldsmobile sedan. It was found like this in the middle of the night, with its headlights on full blast.
9 times out of 10, they didn't even have a password on their Wi-Fi, or the password was password or 12345 or something like that. My passwords are... I use a variation of the same, terms, but they're broad enough that nobody's ever going to guess the right combination. But I won't forget them.
Inside the old Dutchburn house, an abandoned...
Great NordVPN ad?
barn. There was no trace of Brianna.
In the last video, or are you saying that this video is a good NordVPN ad?
Anywhere. Her driver's license was still in the vehicle, along with 2 uncashed paychecks on the front seat. She had also left behind all her clothes, her ATM card, her migraine medicine, makeup and contact lenses. Some of her belongings were strewn on the ground in front of the vehicle, suggesting that she had either left in a hurry or had been forcefully removed from the car. This picture, some of her card, and
let's go back a little bit.
The backstory to this image, however, I think you'll change your mind. In 2004, Brianna Maitland, a 17-year-old from Montgomery, Vermont, went missing. She hasn't been seen or heard from since. This was her car, a pale green, 4-door 1985 Oldsmobile sedan. It was found like this in the middle of the night, with its headlights on full blast, partially inside the old Dutchburn house, an abandoned barn. There was no trace of Brianna anywhere. Her driver's license was still in the vehicle, along with 2 uncashed paychecks on the front seat. She had also left behind all her clothes, her ATM card, her migraine medicine, makeup and contact lenses.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't sound like she got out of that car on her own.
Some of her belongings were strewn on the ground in front of the vehicle, suggesting that she had either left in a hurry or had been forcefully removed from the car. This picture was taken about 1 mile away from where she worked, the Black Lantern Inn. She had a shift that fateful night. According to her co-workers, she got into her car around 11:20 p.m. and drove off into the night. Nobody else left with her. The trooper who came across Brianna's car assumed
Would mean that whoever followed her at the very least was not in the hotel.
an intoxicated driver had crashed their vehicle and abandoned it. Since nobody lived in the house in the picture, it wasn't treated as a big deal. Brianna lived by herself, so nobody even realized she was missing for several days.
She lived by herself at 17 years old? Yeah, that's not good.
Her mother didn't learn about her abandoned car until 5 days after her disappearance. When she was finally clued in, she filed a missing person
Wild to think that I think I talk to my mom at least once every 3 days, if not more frequently than that.
report immediately. Needless to say, after a short investigation, the police started to suspect foul play. They believed that Brianna was likely taken.
Personally, Kellen, I would prefer to scare somebody off than shoot somebody. You know, dropping somebody who is simply trespassing or trying to rob you is never a preferable alternative. It's just, if somebody walks into my house, if somebody's in my house, yeah, I'm shooting at them. If somebody's on my property, I'm shooting to let them know I have a gun. You know, that's kind of the difference.
By more than one individual. Whether she was ambushed while
What you never do is shoot to wound, because that's a stupid idea that will only get you and others killed.
still in her
Also, if you shoot somebody in the gut, they have a chance of surviving. If you shoot somebody in the femoral artery, they will bleed out.
vehicle, or whether the whole scene in this picture was staged by the perpetrators to make it look like an accident, remains unknown. Many people have also linked Brianna's disappearance to another case, that of Maura Murray, a college student who vanished 90 miles away only 1 month prior. Okay, let's thicken the plot a little. On the day of her disappearance, Brianna had been out shopping with her mother, Kelly. While the pair were in a store, something caught Brianna's eye outside. She told Kelly that she'd be right back. Brianna didn't return to the store. Instead, her mother met her outside in the parking lot. According to Kelly, Brianna was clearly shaken, unnerved and agitated. She told her mum that she needed to go home and prepare for her shift at the Black Lantern. That was the last time Brianna's mother saw her daughter. To this day, she has no idea what happened outside that store that distressed her daughter so much.
It sounds like she saw somebody she recognized and went outside, either to talk to them or to watch where they were going or something like that. Maybe she thought she saw somebody who was going to check. I wonder if she had a stalker. I mean, we're a little past the golden days of, like, you know, AIM and all of that, like instant messaging chat rooms, but 2004, you know, you still were in that. You still had online anonymous chat rooms. You still had AIM, you know. There were ways that you could end up with a stalker that you met online in 2004. And that would explain why you might not say something to your parents, as opposed to if it was somebody you actually knew. So I would not be shocked at all if it were that. Also could be somebody who was a patron at the place where she worked and knew how she drove home. I mean, it sounds like she saw somebody she recognized and went out to, like, question them about why they were there. Basically say, "Are you following me?" and was shaken up by the person's response, is what it sounds like to me, just based on the very little information that's been presented. But, you know, let's see where else this goes.
In the weeks following Brianna's vanishing, the police received an anonymous tip-off. They were told that Brianna was being held against her will in a rented house only 10 miles outside of Montgomery. The house was raided.
Anonymous tips are a really good way to throw the cops off. That is not a suggestion. That is like sometimes they will do that to make the cops think there's a break in the case, and then they go to the wrong place entirely and they spend a lot of time searching there and there's nothing. If he were smart, he wouldn't even say that it was she was being held against her will in a rented house 10 miles away. There would be even less information. Like, you know, make it even harder for the cops to track.
It was occupied by 2 crack dealers, and there were plenty of narcotics strewn around the building. What there wasn't.
That sounds like somebody knew that house was occupied by crack dealers.
However, was any trace of Brianna.
Well, there wouldn't be, considering that everything that she owned was left in the car. She'd only have her clothes.
Cops interviewed her close friends. They confessed that Brianna had recently experimented with illicit substances, so it's possible the tip was legit.
Okay, that could also mean weed. I'm pretty sure if she was smoking crack, they would have said something more along the lines of she was smoking crack. 17-year-old in... This is a 17-year-old in what it'd say, Vermont? It's weed. It is weed.
The police also received an anonymous...
The reason I think they knew each other is it's not necessarily that I think she necessarily knew this person closely. I think she recognized this person. Because that's what sounds the most likely to me about somebody seeing something outside, saying, I'll be right back to their mom, walking out, not coming back in, and they're upset. It sounds to me like she saw somebody, not something. Just when you look at the context, it seems very unlikely to me that whatever she went outside to look at is unconnected, and it also, whatever it was, probably would have still been there if it were an object. So I'm thinking she saw a car she recognized, she saw a person she recognized. Could have been anything from, hey, I've seen this person in a few too many places. I don't know them, but I recognize their face. I've seen them at the grocery store, at the movie theater, blah, blah, blah. Or it could be, that it was somebody she knew more closely. But yeah, that's just kind of my sense looking at the case, is that that's the most likely thing. Most crimes are committed by people, most personal crimes are committed by somebody you know. So, violent crimes, you usually know the person doing it. If it's, murder, kidnapping, something like that, very high percentage of the time, it is somebody that the victim knew ahead of time. With trafficking, I think it's it's over 50%, I believe, with trafficking. So that's kind of why I went there. And that probably would be my thought here, is either stalking or trafficking. But Vermont, for trafficking, not exactly a hotspot. Kind of remote, hard to get anybody anywhere. Lack of police funding, sure, but it seems more likely to me that this was a local.
Letter saying that Brianna had been dismembered and fed to pigs.
That would be a good clip if you guys
These
want to snag
claims
that
have
one.
never been corroborated. Brianna's parents received numerous phone calls from an unknown person. The person would sometimes tell them that their daughter was tied to a tree in the woods. Other times they'd tell them that she'd been left at the bottom of a lake.
Yeah, that's just people tormenting
As of right
parents.
now, nobody knows what happened to Brianna. All we have is this unsettling photo, though we still don't know if she had crashed the car in some frantic effort to escape, or if this whole scene had just been constructed by her captors.
Without more photos of the area, it's really hard to come to a conclusion. My first question would be, is that on her route home? And how did she end up driving the car backwards? Could be that somebody was waiting for her in the car and popped up behind her and she drove backwards to try and knock them off, but yeah, it's really hard to say.
In 2006, a woman closely resembling Brianna was caught on CCTV at a casino poker table in New Jersey. All efforts to track down this woman have failed.
Is that it? Oh.
11 months ago, Casino 2006 had just been constructed by her captors. In 2006, a woman closely resembling Brianna was caught on CCTV at a casino poker table in New Jersey.
I mean, there's like 7 pixels of face there.
All efforts to track down this woman have failed.
I'm thinking it probably wasn't her. Yeah, I get a clip whenever one of you guys makes one.
11 months ago, Reddit user Mafrek.
Another car wouldn't run her off the road in reverse, though. Unless it was sitting right in front of her on the road and she... I mean, but then why reverse that way? Why not? Why reverse off-road? Unless there was a car in front and a car behind. I guess there are possibilities, but all of them are very weird and would require a strange amount of effort. That's why I'm thinking it's somebody she knew. Somebody who was somebody she had rejected, somebody who was jealous, ex-boyfriend, you know. If it were an ex-boyfriend, though, I'm thinking... this is why I'm thinking it was somebody that she had an embarrassing form of relationship with. Like, it was an internet friend that she didn't want to tell her mom about for some reason, or a patron at the bar who had been hitting on her too much, like, any number of things, you know?
Made a post on R Unexplained
No,
Photos.
you're good, JD. You're good.
His friend had recently purchased a camera
effort.
with a motion detector that was linked to his phone. When the pair went off to the pub one evening, Mafrek's friend left his camera on charge in his bedroom. While they were out, his phone sent him a notification.
I mean, there was a river right there. If you were going to ditch the car, why not ditch the car into the river?
That motion had been detected back at his house. It then sent him this image.
Oh. Hey, yo?
Some people have speculated that it could be a homeless person. Others have suggested it was likely an intruder hoping to hurt somebody.
Person almost looks shirtless.
Strangely, though, Mafrek stated that his friend lives in the middle of nowhere and has an Alsatian that would have attacked an intruder. Nothing was taken from the house, and the camera didn't pick up any further movement.
That's very
This has
strange.
led a few people to think that the figure is some sort of paranormal entity.
Or it's somebody that the dog recognized and wasn't worried about.
Then again, if a person simply walked into the room and then left quickly, the device wouldn't have tracked his movements further anyway. Not to mention, when looking at this enhanced image, the figure definitely appears physical.
Enhanced images are really hard to... Enhanced images, they're really just sharpened, which just means that they sharpen the lines. So...
Regardless, the house was searched, and no intruders were found lurking in the nooks and crannies. Mafrek's friend is just lucky he wasn't sleeping in bed when this unknown person wandered into his room.
It's very weird.
The question remains, however, what did this mysterious figure want?
And why is he apparently shirtless?
This is the last photo taken of Madison Jameson, who disappeared in 2009 along with her mother, Sherilyn, and her father, Bobby. The family had driven 30 miles from their home in Eufaula to Red Oak, Oklahoma. They were searching for a property to buy and were reported missing a few days later. After 3 days of searching for them, authorities came across their abandoned truck. It looked as if the Jamesons had left in a hurry. Inside the locked pickup were their car keys, GPS, and $32,000 in cash. The family dog, Maisie, was still inside the car as well, severely malnourished, but still alive. Also inside the vehicle were Bobby's and Sherilyn's cell phones. This picture of Madison was discovered on her father's phone.
She looks unhappy.
There was a huge mountain search effort to find the missing family, but there was no trace of them anywhere. Then, 4 years later, in 2013, a local hunter made a horrific discovery. He came across the skeletal remains of 3 people.
This isn't the case. Where was this?
This is the last photo taken of Madison Jameson, who disappeared in 2009 along with her mother, Sherilyn, and her father, Bobby. The family had driven 30 miles from their home in Eufaula to Red Oak, Oklahoma. They were searching for a property to buy and were reported missing a few days later. After 3 days of searching for them, authorities came across their abandoned truck. It looked as if the Jamesons had left in a hurry. Inside the locked pickup were their car keys, GPS, and $32,000 in cash. The family dog, Maisie, was still inside the car as well, severely malnourished, but still alive. Also inside the vehicle were Bobby's and Sherilyn's cell phones. This picture of Madison was discovered on her father's phone. There was a
phones were in the car. Huh.
huge mountain search effort to find the missing family, but there was no trace of them anywhere. Then, 4 years later, in 2013, a local hunter made a horrific discovery. He came across the skeletal remains of 3 people, laying side by side. It was the Jameson family. Their skeletons weren't intact and were in very bad condition. They were found a mere 3 miles from their abandoned truck. Due to the state of their remains,
I think we've watched another video that mentioned this.
An autopsy was impossible. Their official COD is listed as unknown. So, what happened to them? There are a surprising number of theories. Their family remains convinced that the 3 of them were murdered. Sherilyn's mother, Connie, even claims that the family was slain by a religious cult.
Interesting.
According to her, Sherilyn had been on the cult's hit list for a long time. Bobby's cranium was found with an unexplained hole in it, which gives some credence to her theory. They also believe that this photo of Madison was taken by whoever took their lives.
I mean, it sounds very unlikely that they would have walked all the way out there to off themselves. It sounds like they were running for something, from something. $32,000 in cash?
Some people think Madison's expression in the image is one of fear, of discomfort, but others think that she's just in the middle of saying something.
No,
such,
her
it's hard to know
eyes say
exactly
that
what
she's
was
very
happening at the
unhappy,
moment
but
this image was snapped.
toddlers can be unhappy about any number of things at a given time.
Madison's parents had been acting strangely in the months leading up to their disappearance. Both Bobby and Sherilyn had become extremely thin and emaciated. On the day before they disappeared, they were caught on CCTV loading up their car in a trance-like state, shuffling around like zombies. They had also become intensely paranoid. Sherilyn emaciated.
We've seen this case before.
Bobby and Sherilyn had become extremely thin and emaciated. On the day before they disappeared, they were caught on CCTV loading up their car in a trance-like state, shuffling around like zombies. They had also become intensely paranoid. Sherilyn had told her friends that she'd been experiencing ghostly visions and hauntings, and Bobby had confessed to a priest that he had been reading a satanic Bible and that he wanted some special bullets to do battle with evil spirits. When they took all of this into consideration, the authorities first put this down to the 2 becoming hooked on meth, a substance that's often made in the rural area the family disappeared in. However, no trace of any illegal substance was found in their home. Some people have put the Jamesons' weird behavior down to the fact that they were experimenting with witchcraft. In a way, that kind of links us back to the possibility of cult involvement. On top of all these theories, both of Madison's parents suffered with depression. A long, hateful letter from Sherilyn to Bobby was even found in their abandoned truck, though, according to Sherilyn's mother, this was common practice. What wasn't found in the truck was Sherilyn's handgun. Is it possible that she had had enough of life and decided to take her family with her? Was Bobby in on the whole thing too? If that's the case.
But that doesn't explain why they had all that money in the car.
Why would they have bothered to take their dog with them? Why would they have taken enough money for a deposit on a property? Was the money even intended for a plot of land in the first place? And if they were actually slain, why would the perpetrator place Bobby's phone back inside the pickup and not take the $32K on the front seat? The exact cause of the Jameson family's untimely fate remains a mystery, but this photograph at least gives us a glimpse into Madison's final moments and makes the case all the more real and harrowing.
I'm gonna need a lot more time than I have to do a Halloween special on the Lesser Key of Solomon. I'm gonna there are some things that I'm not gonna be able to get to until we're at the point where we can do 2 videos a month instead of 4. There just isn't, because certain things, and I'm finding this recently, there are certain things that the intensity with which I get into a subject, I've gotten to the point where certain things I bite off more than I can chew, hence Dyatlov Pass taking 2 weeks, Donner Party taking 3 weeks, you know, that kind of stuff.
You may have seen this one before, but I think it's creepy enough to warrant a place in this video. In 2014, a foreman took a camera aboard an old frigate that was dry docked. The ship was being dismantled, and he was tasked with taking pictures of the work areas. He took hundreds of photos and sent them all to his boss. Looking through all the images, the boss came across one in particular that caught his attention.
There's fire.
He sent the image back to the foreman with a question. Who's the guy with the axe at the edge of the camera flash?
Oh.
This was the image.
Creepy as hell, man.
When you enhance it, it becomes all the more clear and disturbing.
That's a bald dude with an axe.
The foreman hadn't seen anybody else on board the frigate. It was supposed to be empty. The picture was taken deep in the ship, and it was extremely dark.
I would assume scavenger.
He was walking around with a torch to guide his way. When he took a photo, he'd turn off the torch, briefly leaving him in total darkness.
That's creepy.
Then, after he'd snapped his image with the flash on, he'd turn the torch back on and continue through the ship.
Oh, that is so creepy.
Had been lurking in the blackness the entire time.
There's also no need to do that because the flash works regardless of whether or not there's a camera. Now, this could just be a prank that they were playing on their boss.
Nobody who worked at the dock recognized the man in the picture. Since it was a military vessel, the boat was thoroughly searched. Nobody was found on board, and the security camera that was pointing at the ship's only exit didn't record anybody leaving either. Weird. To this day, nobody has any idea who the axe-wielding man in the image is. Or
if it's not a prank they were playing, I would guess some sort of squatter, but very weird squatter.
What he was doing on the ship in the first place. Whatever the case, whenever I see this picture, it always gives me the chills.
Yeah, good rule of thumb is, unless you've got a damn good reason, do not go anywhere alone.
Here's one for all you code breakers out there. On the subreddit r/crimes, a picture was posted with a bizarre title. A seemingly random series of letters and characters. This was the accompanying picture. A little eerie to look at, sure, but without any context, nobody really knew what to make of it. That's where user Calio came in. Since the last 7 characters were just letters, he used a Caesarean shift of +13 to reveal a cryptic message. That's where you pick and lock.
This is probably going to be the last one we go through before we switch over to the gaming side of the stream, just a heads up.
On the subreddit r/crimes, a picture was posted with a bizarre title.
That is a bizarre title.
A seemingly random series of letters and characters. This was the accompanying picture. A little eerie to look at, sure, but without any context, nobody really knew what to make of it. That's where user Calio
looks like somebody's wearing a mask.
Since the last 7 characters were just letters, he used a Caesarean shift of +13 to reveal a cryptic message. That's where A equals N, B equals O.
John Baptiste Herman Metadata correct? Did it mean metadata?
And C equals P, etc.
Me.
By ignoring the other characters and just decoding the letters, this message was revealed. John Baptiste Herman, metadata correct. So what was this message supposed to mean, and how did it relate to the picture?
I would assume the
John
metadata...
Baptiste Herman was the name of a man who, in 1969, was slain in Buffalo Narrows. His killer was Frederick Moses McCallum. The user who originally posted the image and the cryptic clue also happened to have a photo of McCallum as his profile picture. As to the meaning of the metadata correct part, that's anyone's guess. Perhaps it means there's more information hidden in the image.
I mean, that's probably what it would mean, yes.
The OP also made a second post, this time with a string of seemingly random letters and numbers. This was found to translate into, "Letters are key."
Well, yeah.
Since then, there have been no other posts. So, what is this all supposed to mean?
The letters are
Is it a confession?
key.
A riddle? Just an ARG?
Letters are key. Could be a double entendre, meaning there are letters involved that hold the key.
How does the photo fit into it all?
Alright, you know what? Maybe we'll actually get through the end of this video. I think we will.
The image and messages imply.
Leatherman is the last case.
This is one of the only known pictures of the Leatherman, a traveling vagabond.
Okay,
Despite his
creepy.
story becoming quite infamous in Connecticut and New York,
Archie,
the
what you barking
Leatherman's
at?
true identity remains unknown. He was given his nickname for the simple fact that no matter the weather or the season, he always wore a handmade leather suit.
No matter the weather, I wear my leather.
From 1856 to 1889, he traveled a continuous circuit between western Connecticut and the Hudson River, a 365-mile route that took him 35 days to walk. Everybody along the trail knew the Leatherman, and he traveled the route with such accuracy that he'd always arrive at the same places within a few hours of when he was expected to. Whenever he came across a new scrap of leather on his trail, he would sew it into his ever-expanding suit.
Super creepy.
He hardly ever talked to anybody, communicating mostly in gestures and grunts. On the rare occasion he did talk, he spoke in broken English, and if asked about his background, he would abruptly end the conversation. Regardless, people fed him. When they offered him shelter, he'd always refuse. He lived in a series of caves along the trail that you can still explore to this day. One such cave consists of an 8-foot vertical chute that you have to climb down, and a small tunnel that goes 10 to 15 feet back. Even during the harsh winters in that part of the USA, he stuck to his routine and continued to sleep in his caves. Nobody knows why he lived the way he did, though medical professionals at the time said he was suffering from an emotional affliction.
So mental
You can take
illness.
that how you want. Regardless, he was judged to be of sound mind and was living a nomadic lifestyle by choice. He eventually passed away and
Maybe he was... I wonder if he was autistic.
was found with a French prayer book on his person. Most people agree that he was probably either French or French-Canadian.
Explain
Still,
the lack of
despite
English.
extensive research, nobody at the time, or even to this day for that matter, could work out his true identity.
I mean, he probably doesn't have a true identity. He was probably just a dude. Like... You know, there's... At a certain point, mysteries that old are just mysteries. And you're never going to find out the guy's identity. And even if you do, it might not help you learn anything. You know, that's the fact of the matter that I found when I've done a lot of these cases, is sometimes I get a little ways into the research and there's just nothing there. You know? Wait, what? Oh my god, and... Alright, well, let's see where
The
this
brass
goes.
plaque over his final resting place simply reads, "The Leatherman." Tales and theories abound to this day. I admit this mystery isn't exactly creepy like all the others, but I'd never heard of this guy before, and I wanted to share his story. It's interesting to hear about local celebrities from times gone by, especially ones with unknown origins. Apparently, Leatherman tools are even named after this guy, so he clearly had an impact on people back in the day. Let me know what you think about this mystery and all the others down.
So,
Thank you. Oh.
So this, I just... Yeah, no wonder your comments are fucking off, bud. This video is called Warning, Shanann Watts and her children speak at grave, compelling spirit communication. This I'm going to play you as an example of what not to do for content.
Oh my god, it went all the way to the red. Can one of the spirits come stand in front of... Are your spirits all together in the spirit world? I traveled out of Florida, and today I'm embarking into the Carolinas to go and visit Shanann Watts. And
bet I could tell you why the comments are off, but yeah, that's just... Here's the segment.
First response, guys, yes. Nico, are your spirits all together in the spirit world? Yes! The very first response, guys, yes. Are your spirits all together in the spirit world? Are you guys here together? Is there anything...
Okay.
you would like to say
Thought I heard
to
something
your
at the door.
grandparents? Shanann, is there
It's just generating random radio wave sounds.
anything you would like to say to your mom and dad?
It's not saying anything. Just frustrating as hell. Alright, so I am going to put this onto the Be Right Back screen for just a second while I get everything set up for the second half of the stream, and then I will be back here in a second to get the COD side started. So don't go anywhere. I got a good group of people to play with, and I'm hoping y'all will stick around. So give me just a few minutes. Okay, there we go. Now it's working. Hey, guys!
Hello, chat.
There's 49 people hanging out right now. We're having a pretty good stream.
49, nice.
Yeah, nice, right? They're here from the other side of the chat, though, so I'm assuming that number will probably drop by 20 or 30%.
Yeah.
But, you know, it is what it is. Let me check where your guys' volume is. Mikey, can you talk for me for a second?
Hello, I am talking for you for a second. Talking to you.
All right, JP, what about you?
Hello.
Okay,
Today
and
is October.
And Firefly?
Hey everybody, how's it going? And welcome back to
Perfect.
Lore Lodge stream.
Perfect. Looking good.
Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya.
I'm gonna tell PJ where we are.
Prepare to die.
Chat, let me get some hearts in the chat.
Yo, you gotta run, dude. You got this, bro. I have faith in you.
We're in TOL for this one. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that was pretty rough to watch on the content side. We saw a video of somebody using a spirit box at Shanann Watts and her kid's grave. We were like, bro.
Oof.
Bro.
Did it work?
Well, I mean, depends on if you believe that an iPhone app can be a spirit box, which I personally don't.
If you take, the more drugs you take, the more things are believable.
Yeah, I mean, the more money that your BS content is making you, the more believable everything gets. It's wild.
The bigger reaction, the more you see Slender Man. I get you.
I had it on the wrong.
It's wild watching the stuff people come up with.
Hello?
PJ!
Hello.
Hello! How are you?
Jello, I am orange.
Well, my game is, it still says checking for an update.
Oh, cool. Mine just got to that screen.
Like, restart now. There we go. I just had to hit restart. Modern Warfare early
wow.
open beta is October 12th. God damn, that's soon.
Yeah,
what are you guys thinking about MW3?
Looks beautiful, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
It does look pretty.
So
I'm
excited.
not psyched about the movement. I feel like they're gonna bring back slide canceling, and it looks like bunny hopping might be back as well.
Slide canceling.
Yeah,
is back.
slide canceling is
back.
great.
I did not like
Now,
slide canceling because it's
not.
There's those little
And
things that
bunny
make such a
hopping too.
huge difference on PC and controller, like gameplay wise,
see,
because you
slide
can't
canceling-
bunny hop.
This is the time when you learn to use mouse.
But
and
no,
keyboard.
that's the
Yeah,
thing.
that's
That
true.
it doesn't matter for me. It's everyone
Sure it does.
overall. I can change at any
I
given
don't know.
time.
I mean,
Everybody with an Xbox and a
The thing-
PlayStation can't. So in my opinion, if you're gonna have a crossplay game, then it should be that there are no advantages to
Is
using
that a
either
fucking
side.
cat?
yeah.
Well,
The things though,
I'm inviting you guys,
the
by the
biggest
way.
players, like Aiden, not you, Aiden, but
Yeah.
the biggest player, like one of the biggest players, Aiden, he uses
I
a
know.
controller and he slide cancels with it perfectly.
Oh no, I'm not saying that it's impossible to do it. It's just the
You
the
destroy
skill
your
the
controller
skill
in your
this
hands.
yeah, the skill gap between doing it on a controller versus doing it on a PC is not as simple as like, yes, you can do it just as easily on both controller and keyboard. You just need to learn how. There is no way to do it as efficiently on controller as there is on keyboard. So I don't think that those things should be in a crossplay game. It's not about me particularly. It's like the actual game mechanic.
Yeah. I don't have any experience on controller since Modern Warfare. Oh my god, this guy just got ninja defused.
Well, it
But
actually
Can we leave?
since 2009.
Yeah.
But no, we're gonna win this. Don't worry.
It actually used to
but-
be that I felt controller had the better movement up until Modern Warfare 2019.
I
I mean,
just
controller still has the better movement.
Yeah, I was
honestly.
told that controller is easier to learn slide canceling on controller, but I don't know. It might also be the age differences because obviously people on Xbox are younger generally than people
Maybe,
on PC.
I don't know. There's just stuff that I watch people
Damn.
do on PC that I'm like, there's actually no way for me to do that on a controller. Like
What?
Some of the shooting while jumping and aiming stuff.
That I don't
can't.
like.
You cannot.
I like that.
Because on mouse and
that.
keyboard, you got WASD for the movement, and then you've got space for jump, control for crouch, and you move you're aiming with your right arm. On controller, that like series of movements to jump, aim, and shoot, like is just not. It doesn't work. You need to move a finger around.
Devil's advocate here.
You need to move a finger around. You can't have your thumb on both buttons.
Well, yeah. Well, it solves a lot of problems too.
Well, yeah.
Here, devil's advocate. Have you used an Elite controller?
A what?
Yeah, I was just gonna say most people who are really into it, they get the controllers that give the extra buttons on the back, the bumpers.
Yeah.
Oh,
and that's
no.
really
Yeah, see that would change things for me.
Slide canceling and jumping. That's
where are those buttons? Where are those buttons?
I have one if you want to buy it from me.
Where are they?
I have a scuff.
They go where your middle finger and ring finger are wrapped around the back.
Oh, okay. That's actually pretty cool.
It's completely
weird to get used to. In Apex Legends, you can do like a B-hop, and the only way you can do it on controller is with the bumpers. But the controller players who do it are fucking crazy.
Yeah, they're
plus you get aim assist, which kind of it definitely
that might be worth doing. Is that just an Xbox controller?
No, PlayStation has them.
No, I mean, is it just like an Xbox controller that you buy? Like, is it just or is it an aftermarket? Okay, yeah. So
you can get third-party ones too.
I don't want a third-party one. I like the Xbox ones.
Xbox does have an Xbox. I think it's called the Elite controller.
If you really aren't gonna learn how to use keyboard and mouse, I can sell you my Xbox Elite controller.
I would buy it. How much was it?
But like
$700 for you. No.
Also, how much longer is in your guys' game? Because we're waiting here.
Very close. Very close.
Okay. All right.
2 rounds left.
I was gonna say into 1v1.
All right, you know what? Yeah, let's do it. Well, you guys
1v1.
Finish your
if you lose, I take
rounds.
Over the stream and all your revenue.
If I lose, the PJ becomes the Lore Lodge.
I get his monthly paycheck from YouTube.
P Lodge. He immediately changed it to the P Lodge.
All right, there we go. Where is private game for create private match? There we go. All right. What are the alternate modes? Gun? Do you want to do 1v1 gun game?
Fuck it. Let's go.
1v1 gun game. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's see who's actually better.
All right. It says start game is locked.
Waiting for host.
I am the host. Oh, there we go. All right. So it's looks like it is your multiplayer classes, but it doesn't matter because it's gun game. All right. Game setup. Shipment.
Fuck it.
I feel like there's an important distinction about the slide canceling that's in Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah.
What?
In Modern Warfare 19, slide canceling's benefit was that it reset your attack sprint, but it doesn't do that in Modern Warfare 3.
Oh, it doesn't? Okay.
No.
So it's not as bad.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's purely, you can cancel your slide at any time, you can cancel your reload at any time, you can shoot immediately while you're sliding.
Yeah, I'm already used to that because I played a shit ton of Apex Legends, and that's literally the mechanic in that game is sliding and shooting.
The reload was the one that I was worried. Like, I liked the realism of if you start reloading, you're kind of stuck in it, but no one else liked it, so I understand.
No! Damn it! How'd you know?
I'm just bad like that.
For people who grew up playing this as much as somebody who grew up playing it, you get into such a habit, you kill and immediately reload. I think that's the biggest problem.
Hey, fuck boy!
Ah!
You just shoot through the fucking container?
I heard you. I heard you.
Good shit, GG.
GG, we're out, guys.
All right, let us finish this up.
I will sit the first one out.
Whoa!
Because I have Chick-fil-A.
I am getting smoked by PJ right now, so there we go.
Hey, there he is. He's on the board.
Oh, I almost had you. Damn it! I'm getting smoked right now. This is bad.
Smokey any day, boy.
Yeah, dude, you're never gonna become a famous streamer now. You're losing.
It's
because keyboard and mouse, bro.
It is because keyboard and mouse. You know what? I agree.
I always preface all my recordings and my streams with, you're not here for the quality. You're here for me.
You're here for the comedy.
Yeah, you're not here for the quality. Nobody that tunes into my content.
I hate this one shot. Or the fucking...
Whoa!
There we go.
I'm eating the Lord's waffle fries right now.
You bastard!
Is that a euphemism or?
Slid right into them DMs there. Is
that a euphemism?
It's Chick-fil-A waffle fries.
Oh wait, how did Zeus get in here?
He slid his way in.
Zeus just slid into the game.
Who is?
Well, it's a team game. This is unfair. Like... Wait, no, it's free for all.
It's not. Yeah.
Also, I don't know if Zeus knows, but he's muted and deafened, like to
No,
himself.
no, I was on the phone with Ben. I was on the phone with Ben.
With Ben?
He was sexting.
I was.
He was sexting?
Yep.
Nice.
Whoa! How? How is that fair? Also, I just realized this was an auto.
Oh.
Oh, whoa! Okay, this
is
is gonna get ridiculous. I didn't. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I just quick scoped the fuck out of you.
Can I not just...
Okay.
Oh, Michael's here.
Ah!
Oh, it's a game now.
What the hell is going on? I gotta change everything up now. This feels a lot more like a game that I can win.
I hit you with both of those, and you're sitting in the care, PJ.
I almost did the craziest jump shot there.
Oh no, there's two of you. Mikey literally turns around and shoots me despite what? Come on.
Dude, the quick scope.
I had the first blood on that.
I love how this is
No!
So nice if I could just...
There's so many people, I don't know which way to look.
Oh, come on! Come on!
Let's go, boys.
Oh no. I saw one of you. Where'd you go? Where are you bastards?
Let me 360 you.
No! No! I'm gonna get stuck on this Pila, I swear to God. Alright, one more where, since all of us are here now.
Okay.
One more as a warm-up, and then we get into Warzone.
It's so bad, but like...
Oh, it's been so long.
Oh, I love gun game, dude.
How do I hit play again? But it says it doesn't give me a leave match option.
Yeah, it's because I can just take you back to the lobby and then just start it again.
All right, here we go. One more. Let's go. Then we'll switch over to Armored Royale.
That's right, Tim the Tap Man.
God, those things reload slowly.
What, the
Tap Man?
The Pilas.
Mm-hmm.
They are. Tim the Tap Man reloads slowly.
Yeah, well, Timmy's fat, so it's the slow. It's the fat fingers.
Sheesh.
That's his technique. Is the fat finger.
Oh, that was embarrassing.
No.
I just got embarrassed.
No.
Dude.
No. What? I spawned in front of Firefly.
Yeah, that is gonna happen.
I just don't know how I feel about that one, JP. You know, if I'm being honest.
Michael!
Oh, PJ, if I wasn't just killed and my sight was on your face.
That was so unfair.
Ooh, nice Zeus.
No, I was looking the other way.
I cannot catch a break here. I keep shooting people and then somebody else gets the kill.
Quick scope right there.
I ain't looking.
This is so...
That was Firefly already. He didn't even kill me once till just now. How's he already on the grenade launcher?
Jesus Christ!
What?
No. Firefly's killing us all.
I know. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Good trade.
Come on!
No!
Oh, I jumped into that, dude.
I know, it was great.
Dude, Zeus, you fuck.
No, wait.
I know you're here.
EJ.
I know you bastards are there. No! Mikey spawns right behind me, of course.
Did I get you?
Yeah.
Did it count?
It did.
Even after death, it counts. Nice.
This is wrong, man.
No!
That was a really nice quick scope. I suggest watching it.
Oh my god!
No, Mikey, no.
I got a triple.
I can't sight in fast enough to get you guys. Come on! Ow!
Definitely Firefly is winning, dude.
No.
No!
I mean, he's in the lead. I don't mean he's gonna win right now. Oh, are you?
He's pretty close. He's one off. One of us is about to get got in a very embarrassing way.
No.
No! You keep running away from me.
What is happening?
I won.
No! I was about to kill him, man. I was getting my kill.
No.
I got him. Okay, got him.
Win. What the fuck?
He doesn't know. Don't tell him.
No!
No.
Who got it?
Throwing knife to win.
He did throwing knife.
Oh, dude,
Damn, I bottomed
Sorry, I
that
didn't know
board.
that.
I bottomed that board hard.
Sorry.
I cannot believe Mikey managed to pull that one off. I thought that Firefly had it. I'm
I was
down.
way behind.
I'm
dude.
down
I
for
came
one
back
more
to
of
that.
these. This is fun. This is
Yeah,
fun.
I fucking love gun games.
Yeah.
Gun games,
me too.
it's silly. It's silly.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we could get some good clips out of it too.
Yes.
All right. What's the max number of players you can have on gun game?
12?
Probably 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, as many as you can get in your lobby, so 16.
Sick.
I have a crazy fact about Call of Duty for you guys. Are you ready for this?
Sure.
Do you know how hardcore started?
Somebody was looking at some adult content and said this would be awesome in Call of Duty.
Yes, but also, back in the day, hardcore was the thing that modders kept adding.
Uh-huh.
And in COD
my God.
4, that was the first game they added hardcore because it was a modded feature. They wanted to add it as an actual feature in the game for the modders.
No.
Ah! I cannot get the first kill.
That's wild.
How? Genuinely how?
Skill.
Jesus. Fuck.
Oh, shit, it's us.
No.
I almost had you, PJ, damn it.
Anyway. Bottom.
No. You.
Woohoo, baby, a triple.
I am.
Damn it.
No, dude, you drop shot her. Motherfucker.
Oh, God, who did that?
Firefly. Firefly is the best drop shotter, dude.
Oh.
Oh. Oh no! I was on such a spree right there, dude.
I don't even know what happened.
Oh my God!
Why am I?
Whoa! I'm literally running away right now. Oh no!
Ooh, I'm sorry, Michael.
Ah! Sorry. No, I almost had Mikey.
No.
Oh no! Oh, thank God. I didn't know it was.
No! Ah!
I'm on it.
You pups.
What?
Pups. Puppy.
I call hacks. PJ's hacking.
It's me.
PJ's
I'm
hacking. Aw, dude, I was trying to kill someone else.
I feel like I'm being followed, not gonna lie.
Dude.
This is the absolute worst weapon to have in this game.
Yo, what the hell? This launcher, dude?
Yeah! Got him! Yes, got him.
Damn it. Aiden.
What?
How am I supposed to kill with this?
No! Already? I was doing so well that game.
You were still in there. I just ran.
Somebody said stop screen peeking.
Put it in the butt.
Funny soundboard man is here. He's just laser focused.
Yeah, I'm kicking some booty.
All right. Whew. I did not hate that specific match. I did decent.
Let's do one more.
One more? Okay, one more. Last one.
Yeah.
Damn it, PJ. I don't know what it was about that game, but for a solid 2 lives, I was him.
Yeah, I gave you like 2 kills by just running at you with it.
I quickscoped you with one. I quickscoped you with one and shot you in the face with a shotgun with the other.
No. I said, guy in the shipping container, you're about to die, and I immediately killed him.
Okay, back.
Damn you! Got you!
That's so many bullets at you.
The shotgun again, dude.
No! Damn it! That's... Oh, boy. Oh, no. He's trapped in between 2 shotguns there.
This is like the same order as the last one.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's very similar. That was just bad on my part. I was like a centimeter to your right on the screen.
Oh, dude, really? You knifed me? Wait, did you knife me? No, you didn't. Wait, are you already on the knife, Firefly?
No.
Okay, good. It looked like you were running around with a knife.
The Lockman 556 recoil has just been kicking my ass this match.
Oh, the Deagle. How are you guys on 9?
Damn it!
No!
What am I on? Oh, I'm on 7. What the fuck was that?
No!
Reload.
No! Zeus, I missed your head by a centimeter. I'm struggling to catch up right now. What? JP, you should have been dead. You should have absolutely been dead there.
Holy shit.
Whoop. Nope, nope. Whoop.
No. Who's winning right now?
I am never entirely
sure.
sure.
Out of my misery when I don't get somebody with the RPG, dude.
What?
Sucks, just kill me.
What? What? Every single one of those looked like a hit on my screen. Oh my god.
Oh my god, gay.
Oh, you're lucky I was sniped. What the hell was that?
I cannot get past the Deagle, man.
No, there was 2.
Whose ankles were those? Whose ankles were those?
Yo, watch that.
No!
Quadruple kill.
No!
I can
Finally! Yes!
Dude, there was one mag in there where I shot Firefly 7 times and not a single one registered.
Was that a single fire gun?
It was a Deagle, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, finally.
I emptied the Deagle on you and not a single round hit you.
That's how I like it.
Every single shot on my screen, dead on his body. Dead on his body. And it's just not getting hit markers. I hope somebody clipped it, otherwise I'm gonna have to find it. Okay. Time to switch over.
Drop it.
Alright.
No, I'll sit the first one out because I'm eating still.
No, I'm gonna drop. You
Alright.
play and eat. I believe in you.
I believe in
I
you
got
too.
this then.
Alright.
Guys, that was fun.
That was fun. We'll have to do more of those.
Yes, take care of yourselves. Enjoy the stream.
See ya. Thank you.
Bye, Firefly.
Our best.
Alright. We're going to be on Armored Royale anyway, Mikey, so for the most part, you'll be able to just kind of sit there. I am going to put some Chinese food in the microwave, though.
Chinese food. Sounds
food.
good.
Yeah.
I almost said something I shouldn't say on stream.
Yeah, bro. What the hell?
What?
Never mind.
Can I say it?
Advise, I'm gonna say the N-word.
Damn it! DJ! We said no saying the N-word on my stream.
Nope.
Michael! Michael! I love when you get rice from Asian restaurants because it's just so sticky.
We do not care.
Rude! Very rude!
Shut up, bitch!
I feel attacked!
Shut up, bitch!
I do not feel God in this Chili's today, or I feel Satan.
Pulling his cock out!
Well, I'm certainly not.
You
Daddy,
what?
Daddy, chill.
Damn, Daddy, chill. What the hell even is that?
It's what the hell is even that?
You're right!
Surprise, motherfucker.
Daddy, chill.
Daddy, chill.
You
Surprise, motherfucker.
Daddy, chill.
I have that one.
Let's make sure that you do not appear here again.
I love this one.